Hello students and parents, today we are going to solve some problems on acceleration. In the earlier video, we have studied about acceleration. What is acceleration? We have seen the formulas for instantaneous acceleration as well as we have seen for average acceleration. So now we are going to solve problem. The first problem. The driver, let me pull my chair, let me pull my chair. The driver begins slowing down when t1 is equal to 10 seconds. And it slows down when t1 is equal to 10 seconds. And car's velocity is v1 equal to 25 meter per second. When time t2 is equal to 15 seconds, velocity is reduced to v2 is equal to 15 meter per second. What's asking here? It's asking average acceleration. How much is the average acceleration? So let's try to solve this. You pause the video and try to solve yourself. So I'm going to solve it anyway. Average acceleration, we have seen the formula. What is average acceleration? Average acceleration is a change in velocity by change in time. So change in velocity means final minus initial divided by t final minus t initial. So what is t final? The driver begins slowing down when t1 is equal to 10 seconds and car's velocity is v1 is equal to 25 seconds. When t2 is equal to 15 seconds, the velocity reduces to minus 15. So that means v2 is the final velocity, 15 is the final velocity, and it was given, it is positive sign, right? So positive velocity, final velocity, minus the initial velocity of 25 divided by the change in time, final time of 15 seconds minus 10. This will be how much? This will give us minus 10 by 5. What we will get? We will get minus 2 meter per second. That means there is, what does it mean? Minus 2 meter per second. It means that the acceleration is in the negative direction. What it means? It implies that acceleration is in negative direction. Right? That is opposite to the direction in which we have taken velocity. It is opposite to the direction in which we have taken velocity. So here also acceleration is opposite to the velocity. Even though it is negative, it is against the direction of velocity. Right? Acceleration is against the direction of velocity. So here, because acceleration against the direction of velocity, that means the object will have to slow down, and this is called as deceleration. Deceleration or retardation. I hope this aspect is clear enough. So shall I clear this? Shall we go to the next problem? If you're thinking how it is positive and negative, if you know final acceleration is positive, both accelerations are positive in fact. So acceleration is coming, both velocities are positive. acceleration is coming as negative. That means acceleration is against velocity. I'll clear this. Next problem. Oh, didn't get clear. Next problem. A ball is thrown straight up at a speed of 20 meter per second. It returns to same height after 3.5 seconds at speed of 15 meter per second. You have to find average acceleration of the ball. So try to solve it yourself first. I'm going to solve it anyway. I'm going to solve it anyway. Take a minute and try to solve first. What is given here? Thrown up at 20 meter per second. And while returning down, it is 15 meter per second. It returns to the same height after 3.5 seconds. That means the total time taken is 3.5 seconds. So average acceleration is change in velocity by change in time. So what is the change in velocity? Change in velocity, the new velocity, the final velocity is 15 and it is downward, right? It returns back. When throwing something up, it has to come down. That means when it comes down, it takes the negative sign. So it has minus 15 minus the initial velocity of 20 divided by change in time, which is 3.5 seconds. So this will become equal to minus 35. I can say multiply by 10 divided by 35. I remove the dot, I put it as 10. I'll cancel, I'll get minus 10 meter per second square. So this is the answer for average acceleration. So what does the negative sign indicate here? What does the negative sign indicate? It's not asked in the question, but nevertheless, let's understand what the negative sign indicate. Negative sign indicates that the acceleration is in the negative direction. Acceleration is in negative direction, right? That is in the downward direction. Average acceleration is in the downward direction, which is expected as the acceleration is in the direction of change of velocity. Right? Acceleration is in the direction of the change of velocity. The change of velocity is basically minus, and the acceleration is the change of velocity. Okay. So let us move to the next problem. I'll clear this. We'll see just one more problem, and then we can move to the next topic of motion. Position of particle is given by x is equal to 10t minus 5t square. This is the position. So it will be given in meters. This is in meters, and time is in seconds. Okay. What is asked? Find expression of velocity. Find expression of velocity and acceleration of particle. Find the expression and then also find position, velocity and acceleration at time equal to 0 and time equal to 1. So try to pause and solve it first. Is asking the expression for velocity. What is velocity? Velocity is change of position, no? And position is given by x. Change of position. So change of position at that particular instant is given as dx, derivative of dx by dt. So you take the derivative of this component. If I take the derivative of this, I will get 10 minus 5 into 2, 5 2s are 10, 10t, right? 10 minus 10t meter per second. This is the first expression for this is for velocity. Now expression for acceleration. You got the expression for velocity, so you can find out the expression for acceleration also. So differentiation of velocity. So this is 0 minus 10 meter per second square. What else is trying to find out? Yeah, acceleration, velocity and acceleration. Right. Now it wants to find out the position, velocity and acceleration at this two time. At this two time, time is equal to 0 and time is equal to 1. At time is equal to 0, displacement will be displacement will have to be 0, right? Clear, because you're multiplying with 0. So 0 minus 0, it will become 0. What will be the velocity? Velocity at time equal to 0, it will be 10 meter per second, right? It's going to be positive. Acceleration will be acceleration will be there is no time here, so it will be minus 10 meter per second square. At time is equal to 1, acceleration will continue to be minus 10 meter per second because it's not a function of time anymore, right? So x is equal to how much x will be? X will be 10 minus 10 minus 5, which is 5 meters, and velocity will be here, right? 10 minus 10, 0 meter per second. Velocity will be 0 meter per second. Okay, this is your answer. Shall we take up one more problem? One last problem will we take up? Okay, we'll take up one last problem. Fourth problem. Now we have a equation x is equal to 8 plus 12t minus t cube. Okay, and what is x? What is x? X is in meters. This is in meters. That means this may be defining the position or the distance. Okay, this is the equation along the straight line, and t is in second. What is it asking? Retardation of the particle, retardation retardation of particle when velocity becomes 0. What is the retardation of particle when velocity is 0? So pause and try to solve it yourself first. So velocity is given as change in displacement by change in time. So here we can take the differentiation of this particular expression. So what will you get? We'll get 0 plus 12 minus 3t square, right? This will be for velocity. Acceleration will be, what will acceleration will be? dv by dt. So dv by dt means this will be 0, this will be minus 60. This will be acceleration. Now when velocity is 0, when velocity is 0, when velocity is 0, it means that this expression is 0, right? That means dx by dt is actually 0. This will become 0 plus 12 minus 3t square. So this will give you minus 12 is equal to minus 3t square. 3 will cancel 4. So then you will have t is equal to plus or minus 2. In my previous video, I posed the question that we can solve with t is equal to plus 2 and minus 2 also. But finally, we had to take only one answer, right? So time cannot be negative. So we have to take positive 2. We have to take positive 2. So now can we find the retardation for velocity? For velocity, when velocity is 0, when is velocity 0? When is velocity is 0 at 2 seconds. So now acceleration or retardation is minus 6 into 2, which is minus 12 meter per second square. Okay? Retardation. So I hope your concepts on acceleration, retardation, deceleration, average acceleration, instantaneous acceleration has become clear by solving some problems. So with this, we conclude about acceleration. We will see more aspects about motion in 1D. So until then, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.